Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, 40 in hand, as I prepare to pour one out for a fallen homie in XCOM, The Long War. And though a splash of beer on the sidewalk seems a poor tribute to a man as brave, noble, and talented as Niccolo Machiavelli, it is, unfortunately, the most sentiment that I can muster for the man at the moment. Probably because the reality of his death hasn't fully sunk in yet, which I suppose makes sense given the swift and brutal nature of Machiavelli's death. I mean, one moment he's fine, lurking in full cover, secure, on Overwatch, and then the next, BAM! The whole front of his head just evaporates in a single blast of Mary Sue Thin Man plasma. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. Nothing but stew in my own salty juices after the fact, because I knew that pod leader was trouble, and I knew that if I let him get a shot off, somebody was gonna die, but I just couldn't stop him. And not even full cover and dull as a butter knife Overwatch creeper tactics were sufficient to keep Niccolo safe. So instead, here I am, pouring a stream of golden brown Old English 800 onto the curb to wash away my shame and regret. Farewell, Niccolo. Your sacrifice was not in vain, and it will never be forgotten. At least, probably not until the next time somebody gets one-shot killed by a critical through full cover and Overwatch to give me a reason to complain about Build 15 being crummy. So until then, Niccolo, my friend. Until then. Anyway, we got nothing else to do, no other trooper maintenance, we just need to get to scanning and see what the next slice of shit the game is ready to feed us is, so let's get to it. Whip out the knives, kids, and start dicing. Floater research is done, that's good. You know, targeting uplink is actually pretty good for us. Shape armor is completely useless since I don't think we're going to be building any mech troopers, but the uplink targeting the aim boost is reasonably useful. We could analyze a transport. You know, there's some reasonably good motivations for doing this, mostly from a salvage standpoint, but also from increasing our ability to kill those intercepts. That's intriguing, but probably not more important than mobile power armor, although it does take considerably less time. Alien power systems, interesting. We could interrogate a floater. Not sure what that gets us, though. Cyber Disc Autopsy does have a number of useful things. The Muton Elite Autopsy also is intriguing. We still don't have enough Elite corpses, though, to do tactical rigging, so I think that's probably a waste. The Cyber Disc Autopsy, though, you know what? I think we should go for that.
We've yet to recover one of these in functional condition from the field. The men seem to enjoy using them for target practice.
Well, they are some of the deadliest things on the field. It's not really using them for target practice as it is, Dr. Valen, as trying not to fucking die.
Pattern of behavior on the battlefield.
Yeah, they Roomba around, look for something, and then hoover it up into their deathly maw. That's the way it works, Dr. Valen. And also, seriously, I don't appreciate you talking bad about the guys for killing our foes. That's fucking their job, Dr. Valen. What do you expect them to do? That's why we hired them. That's why we paid them. That's why you brought them back from the dead. Sometimes I wonder about Dr. V. Alright, so what did we complete? Okay, so some kind of psi warfare project, right? I wasn't paying attention, I was still stymied by Dr. Valen. Did we get the thing that makes us immune to psychic attacks? Is that what we got? What? We got Psi Grenade, that's new. That's the bigger, better flashbang that only psychics can use. I'm not really a fan of that. Respirator implant, no. Neural Gunlink, what are you? More accurate, okay, so bonus aim for Psi empowered troopers. We may actually build some of those. I'm thinking about actually just building one right now. It would be really good for our gunners. Almost all of our gunners are... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to build one. We have an extra scope. We've got all the other stuff. The rest of it is basically irrelevant. Let's go ahead and build one of those. A mine shield. That's what we were looking for. Mine shield. Cybernetic implants allow greater resistance to offensive psi attacks. And it stops strength. Yeah, this is what we want for our scout, actually. But we can't afford it. We just raided a large UFO. How do we not have all of the money in the universe? I mean, we should have all of the monies at the moment. We're doing... Okay, we're doing a... Why did I come to covert operations? I mean, we already started that. Did we forget to sell stuff? Is that what happened? We got all of these corpses. We have no damaged UFO components, huh? Okay. Oh, we got this from the alien base. We don't need that. Alien entertainment has no use for us. Alien food also likewise is useless. Oh, there we go. So cash problem solved. There's 300 credits. That's more than enough to build the thing we want. We only need one. It's just for our scouts. It's scout-only equipment. We're going to send them forward and get them targeted, which is why I haven't been taking Chameleon on my scouts, but been favoring in the zone instead. My goal is to have these guys get shot. Ghost grenades are real good, although I can't help but notice they're not called ghost grenades anymore. Interesting. We may try one of those out, but really I'm more interested in the mine shield right now. We could probably build both. 60 Illyrium is a lot. 20 alloys to meld. 5 sectoid commander corpses for that, huh? That's a lot. I mean, we do have plenty. We just picked up, like, yeah, it's fine, do it. It's okay. We can handle it. And then let's also build 1 shadow device. 15 Seeker Rex. That's a lot. Meld alloys. You know, we have all of this stuff, though, so we might as well get to work on it. Have Dr. Shin up our Psi game. It is going to be a big portion of my future going forward. We're pretty much doing exclusively a Psi build. No gene mods, no mech troopers per se. It's going to be all alien abduction missions. Well, it's good that Abraham Lincoln is back in time for this abduction, because I think we're all going to need Honest Abe on this one. Where's it at?
We've picked up multiple requests for assistance.
Moderate alien activity in China.
Progress are marked on the hologlobe.
We don't necessarily need an ace team to deal with this then. I would have preferred it be in another location where we could have gotten some panic reduction, like maybe the United States, but still, that's fine. We can handle this. We got Marie Baker, who we still want to get in a tube. She gets the next open slot. Thomas More is our next highest ranked gunner. Seriously? We could take the Iron Lady, but that leaves us without a really top quality ace gunner for backup. We have somebody else who's coming off of fatigue very soon. 2 days for Matahari. 3 days for Horatio Nelson. 4 days for Mary Stewart to get out of psychic training. 10 days for Jane Sporty Austin because she's hurt. Okay, well we can't afford to take Mighty Good Time Hari in case we get a mission where we have. How soon does somebody get out of the tube? Let's take a look at that. When's the next available tube? In 2 days. Okay, it's fine. We got somebody. Well, what if he doesn't succeed though? Because that's Elvis. It's 4 days for both Joseph the Cleaner Lister and Mary Bloody Stewart, and we do want to get her in, but she'll be, you know what, Marie, no, we're going to take Marie Baker Antoinette, because the Baker should be, as long as we take an officer, she should be off of the fatigue timer before she's ready to go into the tube. If not, we can just hold a tube slot for her. And if somebody fells, it's fells? If somebody fells from the heavens like a beautiful broken angel. Now, if someone fails, it's irrelevant anyway, because we wouldn't have a tube slot to begin with. So we might as well go ahead and use Marie the Baker Antoinette and just take an officer, which arguably we were going to do anyway. Phalanx armor, I think for the Baker, she's slow enough without any extra hindrances. Let's give her just a regular scope and a laser sight. She's locked, loaded, and ready to roll. Snipers, we got the D. I do love giving folks the D. It's basically what I live for. But we also have John Wayne. What do we have for other officers? You guys know what that groan was for, right? I mean, you know why I groaned. You know. I don't think I need to explain the groan. I think the groan is self-explanatory. It's either Franklin or D. I don't want to take. God damn you! I fucking hate myself so much. Choking on own bile and rage. I hate him so much. I hate him so much. And now that I made him an officer, I really, really wish I had done Custer instead of Oppenheimer. I sincerely fucking regret that choice. I hate you so much, Oppenheimer. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. So much. So much. I hate you. Alright, well, let's take the Duke then. We're taking at least one sniper. We can't take the D, unfortunately, but we can take the other D, the Duke. That's John Wayne, also known as the other D, because he's the Duke. Alloy bipod. Let's do alloy bipod and high-capacity mags for you. And that's got the old Duke sorted, ready to take his big old Winchester rifle out there and put some no-good, highfalutin horse-thieving aliens into the ground where they belong. We hang horse thieves around here. Let's take old Atlas King. He should be fine. Atlas King, good enough. This is only medium resistance on an abduction mission, so we're not looking at the end of the world here. Might have a few tough encounters, but I think by and large we should be okay. Atlas King does not have in the zone yet, so I think we'll give him a Gauss rifle. Battle scanner and the chameleon suit. Let's get the old Atlas man ready to rock and roll. Need a medic. I don't want to take Jesus. Do we have any other medics? Anybody at all? We got Isaac Asimov. We also got Saeed Maghira Tariq here, who is only a specialist and might level from this mission and gain Psychic EXP, or we have Lance Corporal Isaac Asimov. Asimov has a better aim, a worse defense, a better speed, lower will, better health. You know what? Let's take Tariq here. We'll take old Saeed, or as he prefers to be called, Bam Margera. So let's get Bam Margera in there. And I don't know why Bam Margera says it like that, but he does, and I'm not one to buck convention. It's Bam Margera. The emphasis is not on the Bam, where one would expect it to be, but on the Margera. Tariq is a field medic as well, which is, yeah, it's good. We need that. Somebody's probably going to get hurt. We could very much use an assault trooper. Annie Oakley holding it down as our only assault. I don't know if I trust Annie Oakley's chops. Also, what are we missing? We got a gunner, a sniper, a scout, a medic. We need an assault trooper, at least one. We also need an engineer. Do we have anybody higher ranked than Gloriana? She is seriously our highest rank engineer? Well, fuck me. I guess we're taking the Olsen twins then. I mean, we got Gertrude Stein. To hell with it then. We'll go full on rookie on this shit. We'll take the Olsens. Phalanx armor, your aim is just abominable. You know what? As bad as your aim is, girl, we're gonna go ahead and give you a shotgun. Pistol, alien grenades, yeah, a bunch of those. Because you're not gonna hit anything. Unless it's real close, which is why we gave you a shotgun. We've got to have at least one competent assault trooper. Is Annie Oakley seriously the best assault trooper that we have right now? She's serious. Okay. It's either her or Abraham Lincoln, and I don't want to send Abraham Lincoln. I like to keep one really elite team for difficult missions, and I don't think... You know, how soon is another assault coming back? 20 hours for Steve Irwin, 3 days for Eleanor Roosevelt, 2 days for the Bully, 3 days for the Old Master. Do we have anybody who's hurt that's maybe coming back? Because most of our assaults are actually wounded. 5 days for the Bench, 13 for St. Joan, 14, 25 days, 16 hours, and the Speed Demon is back. We could really use him now. It's, yeah, Annie Oakley's all we got. Alright, so, yeah, that's shitty. Alright, Annie Oak, this is all on you, little firecracker. You're gonna have to go out there, light up the night, show us what you're worth, basically become the lyrics of a Katy Perry song, in effect, is sort of what we're looking for. Oh, come on, let's do this. There we go, alloy cannon, and no moke, yeah, we can't afford to kind of muck about here. Shredder ammo, breaching ammo, Annie Oakley, rock solid. Well, not rock solid, because she's slow as dump, but she's on the team, so we got that going for us. And I think Steve Lawsuit Jobs may have to step in here and fill the place of old Niccolo Machiavelli. Yeah, that's absolutely what we're going to have to do. All right, Lawsuit. Call the attorneys and, well, strap on the briefcases, put on the three-piece suits, and button up the old ties, pal, because it's time for action. Little Gauss rifle for you, going to give you a scope and a laser sight. This is the team we got. We got to make it happen. These guys are not fantastic, but especially this part, that's really not fantastic. On the plus side, we do have a grenade engineer as well to make up for the very glaring and fucking obvious oversights of he who shall remain nameless. Let's just pretend he's not on the mission. Everybody ignore J. Robert Oppenheimer. Just pretend he didn't actually come.
Touching down.
If anybody sees him or has him doing anything, or if he gives an order, just pretend he's not there and he'll go away. Alright, let's begin assault. Are we in Japan again? No, we're in China this time. Okay. I hate this fucking
Alien
map.
activity continues to surge within 7
Why is
major
every
cities.
abduction mission
Our
on
response
this
is
map?
crucial to
I hate the
minimizing
fountain
spread of
map so
panic.
much. Alright, just please don't start me in a death hole. Please don't start me in a death hole. I have a terrible team. Don't start the team in a death hole, because there's no way they can dig themselves out of the death hole. They're just not good enough. Don't start me in a death hole. Not the death hole. Not the death hole. It's gonna be the death. She's gonna put mayonnaise on it. She's gonna put mayonnaise on it.
Central, this is Big Sky.
No, actually, okay. So no mayonnaise, surprisingly. No mayonnaise.
Reading you 5 by 5.
Alright, we
Strike
can
one has
deal
the
with
green light
this.
for deployment.
Most of our cover is destructible, which is terrible, but that just means we need to keep an eye out for enemies that are going to be wielding grenades, much like we're going to be wielding grenades. And the command ability, J. Robert Oppenheimer's most useful single attribute. Alright, where's my motion tracker? There we go. Alright, Bam Margera. This is your first mission. You gotta go out there and show us what you're made of, pal.
Yes.
So let's head this way. Okay, so we have enemies that are gonna be like over in this neck of the woods. So let's bring you over here. Yeah, there's a pod of something down there. Like right down here, and it might activate itself. Let's set up operating under the assumption that that pod is going to self-activate on its turn. So let's bring Marie the Baker Antoinette over here. We're going to have her hunker down. I don't like that she's indestructible cover, but it's the best we can do. Alright, I hate reserving places of safety or importance. I don't want to inflate J. Robert's ego. I really, really don't want to do anything that might improve his ego or give him an idea that he is worthwhile in any capacity. We're going to move him and study his weapon just in case. Firecracker, you're right over here. You're not exactly speedy, so we need you in a position where you might be able to get into a position to actually do something. Steve Jobs, you're an Overwatch guy, right? Yeah, okay. Jobs is Overwatch. Atlas King, let's get you over here. Actually, we may have you move to that car next turn and then throw a battle scanner. Also, I can't say this enough, Atlas King. That fucking sweet voice of yours, it makes me juicy. It really gets me wet. I don't know what to tell you, Atlas King, but goddamn, man, oh, it's so fucking sexy, boy. I'm telling you, if you weren't fictional and a dude, I would fucking kiss you on the mouth. Actually, the dude part doesn't even factor in. If you weren't fictional and you were present, I'd be kissing you on your mouth. Okay, so that sounds terrible. Let's go battle scanner then and see exactly what our little friendly friend... It's Seekers? Looks like Seekers. If it's Seekers, that's good for us, actually. They're not going to be able to cloak up. We should have some shots. It's... Oh, fuck me. There are 2 mechtoids down there. Well, that's a real problem. A real problem. Alright, Oppenheimer. People keep trying to convince me that Rocketeers aren't absolute and total trash, and you know what? Those people are still fucking wrong. Still fucking wrong, is what they are. Alright, so Marie Antoinette Baker does not have a shot unless those guys come closer. Let's take a look and see what old the Duke here can do. Well, he has good shots at the mechtoids if I wanted to activate him. He could also probably kill one of the sectoids. I'd really rather not shoot at those guys. I would much rather just kill. We have a 100% chance to hit. Let's make sure it's a kill. Let's go ahead and try and take out the Seekers by themselves. So we'll activate the Seekers. Hopefully this does not chain in and activate the mechtoids as well. That would be real terrible for us. 15 damage critical shot from the Duke there. That's some damn fine shooting. Alright, and yes, J. Robert Oppenheimer may be able to do something here that isn't going to shame himself and his family. But you know what? Who else can do something here? Little Tariq can also just, she can actually probably do it from where she's at. I don't even think she needs to move. Can you get one up there? Nope. For once, it's actually in a situation where the engineer can't quite hit him. Fine, Oppenheimer, you can do your thing. Actually, no, you really can't, because... Whatever. I don't even care. Engineer, just make some of this go away. Hooray! The magic circumstances where J. Robert Oppenheimer isn't terrible actually occurred. A pod of Seekers that we probably could have just as easily killed with regular garden variety gunfire happened to be flying down the middle of a street where there was nothing for us to bank terrain off of. So, hey, every once in a while the magic bullet happens, I guess. We're gonna bring Marie Antoinette up here. Steve Jobs, that's full cover, right? It is. I don't like that you're going so far to the left, but I think this is respectably safe. Okay, good. Tariq, you're my medic, right? I really don't like where you're at. Let's have you and your sister swap places, actually. You come over here, you go on Overwatch. Grenade-wielding Tariq, you come over here, and you go on Overwatch. And let's see what these guys get up to. They're moving away. We can still see them. They're a very long way away. If we could activate them, it might be worth going ahead to do it. Wouldn't mind another turn of setup. We could afford to get a little bit closer, perhaps. They're still really far away. I don't think this move would activate them, and that puts Tariq... She doesn't have heat warheads, though, so putting her that close is probably not the most brilliant idea of all time. Then again, she'll still kill sectoids with that grenade. I mean, it's good enough for sectoids.
Copy that.
Let's do it. This should not spawn them. They're a whole battle scanner's distance away. So you Overwatch then. Oppenheimer's going to get a big ego based on the outcome of this mission, and it's going to be wholly and completely undeserved.
Oh yeah.
Duke, you go ahead and reload, buddy. Annie Oakley, we're going to need you close to the action. If you're going to do anything at all, we're going to need you up there, so let's get you in position. Marie Antoinette, you're probably good right where you're at, my dear. Steve Jobs, likewise.
Commander.
Atlas King. Well, we may need a battle scanner in order to trip the enemy, or arguably we could just have you body pop them as well. Let's just have you Overwatch. Other Tariq, let's get you over here and put you on Overwatch.
Got it.
And see how these enemies react. They're running further away. So we're definitely going to need a battle scanner to activate them. Fortunately, we do know where they're at. Does the Duke have his deadly shot back? Is it back? It is still on cooldown. You know what? I think we can afford to wait a turn then. Let's let the Duke recycle
Moving.
his precision shot ability. If we get 15 damage on one of those mechtoids right out of the box, that actually would be some pretty fine contributions. Now these guys are right over here. I mean, we know where they're at. I like this move.
X-ray spotted.
I like it considerably less now. I like it hugely less. I like it not at all, actually. Ew, oh, that's real bad. Alright, so you're definitely going to just hunker down. Well, don't hunker yet. We may need you to spot. Atlas King, I think you're probably going to Overwatch.
Getting it done. Overwatch.
Nobody else can see that guy, right? Just Tariq. We could have Tariq run away. You know what? Having her hunker down is actually better. Antoinette, you're on Overwatch. Jobs, Overwatch.
Covering now. Got it. Go.
Tariq, Overwatch. You're gonna hunker. Oppenheimer, study your piece of shit weapon. You might actually be, you know, potentially have a chance to do something here. Hunker. And you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna hunker. None of these guys have grenades. They're gonna have to actually shoot us. The problem is they're all gonna be linked to psi-shielding sectoids, which we're not gonna be able to get shots at with anything other than our squad sight sniper, which is bad. Yep. So here comes the links. There's the drone. He's coming forward to spot. Now we'll have psi-linked mechtoid, not linked. Unexpected. Atlas King should be very difficult to hit here. He is counted in full cover and has his chameleon suit on. Our other two units hunkered down. Okay, there's the psi shield we were expecting. And this one's also going to psi. Nope, taking a poke at Atlas King. Psychic power. Well, Atlas King has neural feedback, so that guy's shit is now on cooldown. We resisted the panic and took 1 damage, all things considered. Not the end of the world. Annie Oakley can't do shit. Tariq can, though, unless... Ugh, none of these guys have... You know what? None of these guys... Well, you know what? Even if they do, I was thinking if they have covering fire, but it doesn't matter. Even if they do have covering fire, we don't have to give a shit. We really don't have to give a shit, because they can't even see Tariq from where she's at. So she's gonna whip a grenade into him. 6 damage, considering to Fatima's rank, I'm comfortable with that. She's very, very low rank, so expecting a whole lot out of her is... This is the reason why Oppenheimer sucks. Fine, throw a shredder rocket, because it's the only thing that's going to hit them both. And it's probably going to scatter into our own team anyway. Oppenheimer did us 1 good turn. The only thing that's left for him is to do us a bunch of bad turns. Alright, not a shameful performance. Man, Oppenheimer is really trying to make me look like an asshole for my critics of Rocketeers, but hey, J. Robert, don't think we fucking forgot the time you shot your whole teammates, because we didn't fucking forget, Oppenheimer. We didn't fucking forget. We remember the time that you murdered your whole team, probably on purpose. All of us saw it, all of us remember. We're not gonna forget. Never forget, never forgive, Oppenheimer. That's our motto. John Wayne does not have a shot.
Okay.
I'm a little disappointed in you, Duke. He does from here, but it doesn't do us any good. He's going to have to steady his weapon. Annie Oakley could run up and try something remarkably stupid, but the remarkably stupid thing does have the disadvantage of being remarkably stupid. What I think is better is to have her run and gun for a potential Overwatch shot. Oh, fuck me, I forgot the mechtoid is... Well, Annie Oakley may be dead. This is one of the other reasons why I hate Overwatch creeping, because when I get into Overwatch creep mode, then I forget that Overwatch is even a thing the enemy has access to. 52%, I'm just going to take the shot, actually. 14 damage critical, it was probably worth the injury we suffered. Steve Jobs, you ain't bringing much to the party, pal, but you might as well go on Overwatch. Atlas King cannot get a kill here. Either way, you can't get a kill either way, but he could holo target, which doesn't matter since he's the last man to shoot. 3 damage is 3 damage though, and we'll take it. Atlas King's still going to be very difficult to hit. Honestly, if somebody else could get a shot at that guy, we might be able to finish him off. The Overwatch is pulled, so there's no disadvantage here. If Tariq has a shot, and he doesn't, which sucks. Alright, well, you go ahead and hunker down then, because you're only in half cover. No, don't heal a wound. Hunker down. So hoping he'd have a shot there. He is not. Annie Oakley's probably... No, she's still safe. Full cover proving to be safe enough for 1 shot. Is it safe enough for 2? Oh, that guy's not going to take a second shot? Guess not. Alright, maybe he doesn't have light him up, which is unusual. That sectoid can't do anything because his skills have been disabled. Marie Antoinette Baker has... For whatever reason, that guy is fucking invisible, because of course he is. Line of sight in this game simply is a thing that does not work. That is unlikely to kill him with that shield up. We gotta bring the shield down. So little Tariq gonna do the job here. Up and over with the grenade, and I would rather destroy this cover than do damage to the mechtoid. If we destroy this cover, Marie Antoinette Baker should have vision to that guy. So of course we didn't get the cover destroyed. That's unfortunate. But again, she's really low rank, man. What do you want? 100%. If this criticals, he's dead. I'm just going to take the precise shot. Come on, John Wayne. Thank you. The Duke and his Winchester. The guy is flawless. 2 shots, 2 kills. Perfectly, absolutely, 100%, and in all ways, completely flawless. Atlas King, I need you to just pull this Overwatch. So why don't you do that?
On it.
I got so used to Overwatch creeping and not thinking about Overwatch that I really got to get back in the I got to think about Overwatch mindset. You're a damn fine unit to start with. You can't hit anything because you're still mind frayed. I don't care about hitting it, just shooting at it is probably realistically enough. Tariq, I want to make sure we're not going to wander into another pod when I move you. It looks like I will not. There's a meld canister over there, though, which probably suggests there is... And what does Psi Inspiration do, exactly? Remove Mind Fray and Panic from all nearby allies, and... You know what? Yeah, fine. We'll do that. Psi Inspiration. Why not? It's the most useful thing. We should have done that before we took a turn with Atlas King, really. But, I'm a dumb man. What can I say? Oppenheimer. Nobody gives a shit about J. Robert Oppenheimer. Not even J. Robert Oppenheimer. He'll take a bad shot. That's all Atlas King, by the way. That only hit because of Atlas King. Without Atlas King, that shot does not hit. I'd just like to point out that that was entirely the responsibility and the result of Atlas King's brilliant endeavors. It's all credit to Atlas King. Alright, so lawsuit. Let's just get you up here and put you on Overwatch. Our team is actually not in a fantastic position. We could have Annie Oakley run and gun, but I don't see a whole lot of advantage in it. We know there's not going to be a pod here, because there already was a pod there, so we don't have to worry about that. Move over to the Lion. Let's see what the remaining sectoid does. He's coming at Annie Oakley, because clearly he has a death wish. He's on Overwatch. Alright, you want to be on Overwatch? That's fine. We're going to send Atlas King to draw the fire. We can't stand, speaking of fire, in that tile, because it's fucking on fire. I really want my Titan armor so that I don't have to worry about fucking fire and poison anymore. I can stand in whatever goddamn tiles I please. We really need to do the mobile power armor research at some point. I mean, it's kind of desperate at this juncture. See, that's why... fuck, we didn't need J. Robert Oppenheimer at all. It was all Atlas King. All Atlas King. So, 10 aliens killed, lost no operatives. Considering we had a double mechtoid pod, I feel pretty comfortable with the way that turned out. It was not shameful. Even J. Robert Oppenheimer managed to contribute a little. A little. Very little. Okay, barely at all. He did kill 4 Seekers with a single rocket, but it's not like the rest of the team couldn't have killed those Seekers too. We just did it with him to save time and setup. The most undeserved promotion ever. And we continue to send every single assault and engineer to the hospital. I think it's all assaults in the hospital at this point. We may be exclusively shock and awe, an additional ones. That's bad. It's bad, and it's the only 3 aim, 3 will, 1 mobility. No. Double tap, standard shot, precision shot, and disabling shot. That's bad. It just lets him shoot twice with a crappy gun. Shock and awe is the only thing we can take. Shock and awe is fucking terrible. It's terrible. Javelin rockets, I mean, they're okay, because then you can shoot them beyond your visual range, and they go way, way farther, but it's not... I mean, you can't have that and tandem warheads, you really can't. Danger zones, whatever, just take shock and awe. Man, Rocketeer's last 2 perks. Their 2 best perks are on the same tier, and that tier is their last tier. Rocketeers are bad. They're just bad. Making them an officer does help, I guess, but they're still bad. They're just bad. Anyway, sectoid corpses, Dynalirium, alloys, weapon fragments, meld, mectoid cores, Seeker Rex. 90 credits and less panic in China.
We will be watching.
Yes, Optimus Prime. I know you were watching. I know you were watching last night while I was having a little private time in my room too, and I think you may have taped it. And I gotta say, Optimus Prime, if that shit winds up on the internet, you are so fucking sued. So fucking sued, sir. It's not even gonna be funny. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up. My threats, well, I don't know. Is it really a threat if Optimus Prime posts masturbation videos of you on the internet and you sue him? I don't even think that's a threat. I just think that's like normal legal recourse, right? Whichever. I'm gonna wrap it up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. I'm sure you can tell me how I'm wrong about Rocketeers based on one statistical anomaly that fell well outside the normal standard deviation for Rocketeer performance, but do so anyway. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. If you'd like to see me misuse Rocketeers on a more regular basis, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'm gonna go make another movie with Optimus Prime. We'll see you again soon.